The last echo is in captivity. The galaxy is at peace.
Hello, welcome to GameGazm. I'm Brent.
I'm Dan.
And this week we're talking about Just Cause 3.
The latest mega action blockbuster sandbox game from Avalanche Studios.
Ooh, that intro was tighter than a nose.
Don't! Any game that starts with the main character surfing a plane and firing a rocket launcher is clearly putting one thing front and centre.
A sense of improbability, a lack of respect for the laws of physics, a pilot with no regard for aviation law?
No. Well, yeah. But more importantly than that, fun! F-U-N. Fundidio. And without wanting to sound like some old timer who misses the good old days, it's not often I play a game that smacks me around the face with this much fun.
Once again, you're playing as Rico, seen here looking cool in front of a wind turbine.
Not everyone can pull that off.
And after his adventures in Panau in the second game, he's returned to his homeland of Medici to stop the local nutjob dictator from taking over the world. Rico meets up with his childhood friend Mario.
Good to see that name finally get used in a game.
And our wafer-thin plot is well and truly underway.
See, it's me, Mario.
But worry not, plot is not what this game has at its core. There's enough to get by, sure, but what really makes this game sizzle is a massive, beautiful open world packed with variety, full of towns to liberate, countryside to explore, and things painted red for you to explode.
Why is everything that's explosive always red in games?
I don't know, but after playing this all day and then going outside, I run away from the bloody postbox. In a world of undersaturated and gloomy looking titles, it's worth noting that Medici is a refreshingly bright and beautiful game world just waiting to be explored. I mean, look at these vistas!
But as large as it is, crossing it never feels like a chore. At one point I even robbed a chopper just to fly to the top of a mountain at the far end of the map. And yes, I got a trophy. And this is just one way of traversing the world.
As well as cars, bikes and helicopters, you can also use your grappling hook, parachute and wingsuit, and combinations thereof, to get to your next series of explosions. The wingsuit is new and offers a fast way to get from A to B, swooping to gain momentum and landing neatly to continue your revolution. The grappling hook is hilarity with balls on it, especially when you connect two things together and hit retract.
There are planes and boats too, naturally, and the cars handle particularly nicely. It's worth pointing out that members of Criterion, famous for the Burnout games, were brought in to take care of this, and it shows. Seriously, if you can't find a fun way to cross this world, you should probably play a game where you just stand still. I mean, for goodness sake, you can drive around with a cow on the hood if you want. It's just effortless to play in a really good way. Moo.
Moving on, the mission progression may sometimes feel a little familiar and repetitive, especially when you see the size of the map and realise just how much liberating there is to be done. And I should say that none of this is particularly taxing. But there are plenty of challenges, side missions and encounters littered across Medici for you to happen across that break up the main missions and land grab scenarios. The challenges even reward you gears, which are essential to unlocking gear mods as you progress through the game.
Unless you play the whole thing in one sitting, you shouldn't find the sheer amount of stuff that needs doing too grating. In fact, I'd recommend you take your time and soak up each and every carefree moment. The characters and story are just sharp enough to keep you moving forward, and at least in Medici everything comes with a free bang.
Bang! Rico's comlink gives you access to all sorts of options such as the map and your progress status, but there's also a neat feature that allows you to call in a rebel drop. As long as you have a beacon, you can have any unlocked equipment dropped at your feet simply by selecting it from the menu. Need a helicopter and a rocket launcher? Rebel drop!
What about a Big Mac and chicken nuggets?
Rebel drop!
What about flying unicorns with space lasers?
Don't be ridiculous, Brendan, it's a game. On the subject of weapons, they're solid if a little unremarkable, but they get the job done.
As long as they make stuff explode right. Shooty shooty boom boom. Just Cause 3 is all about making things not be things anymore, and you only have to look at some objects to cause a sky-high flame cloud of death. The variety and how you can cause destruction is one of my favourite things here. You really are encouraged to be creative in your carnage. It doesn't matter if it's a barrel or a bridge, there will be a way to bring it down. In fact, I counted how many explosions there were in this game. 1800 Jastrillaboo billion and 4.
Wow, that's more bangs than an Amsterdam basement. So, is it all good? Well, if you push me to nitpicking, then yeah, I suppose the loading times can be a bit long, especially for something that I suspect has migrated onto my PS4's hard drive. And when Rico jumps, he does look a bit like he's shat himself. Look, he shat himself. But frankly, all this was forgiven when I saw that the save icon was a floppy disk.
Google it, kids! It's hard not to adore the gameplay extremes in this game either. You can go from a tank blowing up in your face to calmly parachuting over the coast on a beautiful day.
Just Cause 3 is a triumph of getting the fun right first, something that is shockingly missing from some major label games at the moment. Just remember, if it's red, shoot it.
If it's high, jump off it.
And if it's there, make it not there anymore. With so much visual variety, sizzling style and delicious destruction, we're awarding this a GameGazm 8 out of 10.
It really is a fearless, furious fun-pocalypse.
Amen to that. I can't believe you just said fun-pocalypse. And that was Just Cause 3.
Absolutely, what a fantastic game.
Really good fun.
Yeah, and yeah, but the emphasis in this one is definitely on fun,
It's
isn't
just
it?
fun. I mean, it's not fun-pocalypse, that's terrible. But it's fun.
Whatever. What's wrong? There's nothing wrong with Fun-pocalypse.
No, there's nothing right with it either.
Anyway, everyone, this is Dan, and he's our
Hello.
latest team member. This is the first review he's done with us.
Yay!
But it's the first of many to come. So, Dan, what was your favourite bit about Just Cause 3?
That's hard, but I think I'd have to go with the fact that it's effortlessly playable. You don't need to overthink it. It's not like you're going to spend a week learning the controls and getting into the nuances of...
They've made it very pick up and go,
yeah,
haven't
pick up
they?
and go. Chewing gum for the hands, if you will.
I like that. Chewing gum for the
You
hand.
know when you just need to get home and play a game
Yeah.
without any other kind of thinking?
Yeah, no,
It's
that's
great for
that's good. Yeah, I mean, I love like games where you can just sit down and just put it on for a bit,
Yeah.
blow something up, and just chill out.
And even if you do find it a bit repetitive mission-wise, which I guess some people might moan about, then you can spread it out. It's not like you're going to have to relearn the control system and, I can't remember how to play this, so forget it. It's like, if you've got other games you want to play, go away and play them, come back to it, and there'll still be loads of stuff painted red for you to blow sky high. So.
Yeah. Yeah, so if you like those kind of games, I mean, that is definitely what it's tailored towards, isn't it? Just
Yeah.
blowing stuff up, just carnage. Simple story, not
Yep.
razor sharp, but I don't think it needs it, really, does
it's
it?
enough.
Yeah.
It's the story's secondary to the fun. You can have just ragging around Medici, destroying everything and anything that might be anything.
Medici, it's a made-up place, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
In the Mediterranean, but made up.
Right. That's cool. That's fine. So anyway, that's all the time we've got for this week. But if you like the video, don't forget to leave us a like, and also drop us a comment down below. What's your favourite thing to do in Just Cause 3? I'm sure you've got loads of interesting stuff that you've done. So just let us know below. I've been Brent.
I've been Dan.
And we've been
GameGazm.
GameGazm.